Well, liberal California hasn't had a Republican governor since Arnold Schwarzenegger left office in 2011. But is the sanctuary state finally ready for some conservative change?
A former Speaker of the House and Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich thinks Republican candidate John Cox has what it takes. Here's what he wrote in a new op-ed. Quote, Californians would benefit from Cox's conservative leadership. We need to engage and build momentum in every election at every level. Republican candidate for California governor John Cox joins us now. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Great to be with you guys.
Good to see you. And the sense I'm getting from Republican leaders like Newt Gingrich is there are a lot of GOP politicos who throw up their hands and say they can't possibly win in California, and they don't even try.
That's nonsense. Jerry Brown is the only Democrat to have been elected in the last 50 years. Gray Davis was recalled. You know, Newt Gingrich is a great conservative leader and a patriot. He knows what it takes to win. He's given people the opinion that I can win, and I think he's right. Republicans are really overjoyed at my candidacy. They know that I have a chance. I'm a business leader. There's 19 states around the country now that have elected business leaders as governor because we get things done. We solve problems. You know, the politicians in California create a lot of problems. They made this state virtually unaffordable. They've driven business out of the state. They waste money. They mismanage the roads, the education system, the forest. I mean, people have had enough. They want a change, and I think they'll get that in 2018.
So, John, running as a Republican in California, what kind of change are you running on? What are the big issues that you're leading with?
Well, first of all, this criminal idea of the sanctuary state movement. I mean, the people are upset about this because it looks like their leaders are valuing illegal alien criminals instead of law-abiding residents. I mean, people hire our public officials to protect them. That's the first job of government. I mean, I applaud Orange County. I applaud the northern counties. And now my home county of San Diego is going to vote to oppose this policy. I'm a great friend of Sam Abed, who is the immigrant mayor of Escondido. And he's led that city to oppose these policies. You know, people just want to live in peace. Mm-hmm. They don't want these politicians, stirring up the pot and making people angry. I mean, that's counterproductive.
I want to ask you about the most recent poll we saw, and it's interesting because it has Gavin Newsom, the lieutenant governor, former mayor of San Francisco, at 28%. John Cox, you're at 14%. Antonio Villaraigosa, the former mayor of L.A., is at 12%. And Travis Allen, another Republican, at 10%. You could look at that as you're 14 points behind Gavin Newsom. On the other hand, I mentioned he was a mayor. Now he's a lieutenant governor, and he's at 28%. He's nowhere near a majority.
If I were him, I'd be worried. I mean, he hasn't cracked 30% yet. He's been running for governor for 15 years. Relatively few people still don't know me. 30% of Republicans don't know who I am yet. But that's going to change. Obviously, this is an open seat. People are going to be energized. And I'll tell you what, Ed, people are ready for something different. The price of gasoline now is reaching $4 a gallon. I'm the leader of the gas tax repeal that's going to get rid of the taxes on that. I mean, people are being pounded into the
Sure, but I mentioned a moment ago, pardon me, that you're only at 14%. And yeah, I get he's been running for governor forever, and you're a newcomer, but you're at 14%. Another businessman named Donald Trump, as you know, was an outsider and was able to put it all together. Can you really get it done?
Well, he was on TV for a lot of years, and I haven't been. But, again, I think people are paying attention, or they're starting to, and I think that'll happen even more as we get into the November elections. I'm number 2. As you might know, California's got this top 2 system, and I think Republicans are really starting to pay attention and know that I can talk about the issues. And I'm going to talk about improving the quality of life. I mean, that's what political leadership ought to be about. I mean, right now the politicians are there and they're making people angry or scared. I'm going to talk about solutions that make people's lives better. I really believe that's what people elect political leaders to do, and I think that's what California needs tremendously.
And people deserve a choice. You know, California's unique. Yeah. There's no party primary, so everyone runs in the primary on June 5th. The top 2 vote getters are on the ballot. Could be 2 Democrats. In this case, you're saying at least provide people an alternative. It looks like it'll be Gavin Newsom, and you at 14% as of right now would be the next pick. But appreciate your time. Certainly, Sanctuary City is a huge issue, not popular amongst a lot of people.
Thanks, John Cox. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
John, thank you.